in different area code. Area code. I got love for my homies who be rolling with me. Play no game, better lay low. Lay low. Victor said I shot some shit up out of my dick. Wanna do just cause I want to.
It just got hectic because then I was fighting 2 to 3 people and then somebody hit me in the back of the head and all. I mean, it actually was some unnecessary bullshit.
Before auto-tune and TikTok hooks, there was one voice that ran the game, and that was Nate Dogg.
I got love. I got love.
He didn't just sing the hook, he owned it. From the studio to the courtroom, from collabs with legends to battles with his own demons. This story isn't just iconic, it's unbelievable. Whew. Drama, strokes, court cases, and a whole lot of legacy. Let's talk about the man who made singing in hip-hop feel gangster.
I'm not really out here trying to have no image. I'm just giving the people me, who I am.
Born on August 19th, 1969 in sunny Long Beach, California, Nathaniel Dwayne Hale, or as the world knows him, Nate Dogg, wasn't always the hip-hop legend we remember. No, this guy actually started off singing gospel at the New Hope Baptist Church. And get this, his dad was the pastor. Now, here's where it gets juicy. While most high school kids were trying to figure out what to wear to prom, 17-year-old Nate dropped out and pieced out of the house. A month later, he shockingly joined the U.S. Marines. Total plot twist. He ended up at Camp Schwab in Okinawa, Japan, doing some serious work with ammo. He did that for 3 years before calling it quits in 1989. Later, he'd admit he enlisted just to prove he was a man. Talk about dedication and a little bit of drama. All right, buckle up, people, because Nate Dogg's glow-up story is straight out of a hip-hop soap opera. And yes, it's got everything. So picture this. Nate, fresh out of the Marines, comes home and links up with his cousin Snoop Dogg and their homeboy Warren G. And what do these three do? Start a rap group called 213.
Cause you're my friend, I guess I got to blend. Another rhyme that hits the spot.
Named after their Long Beach area code because branding starts early, people. Now here's where it gets juicy. They record their first demo in the back of VIP Records, literally behind the counter. Like, hey, can you record vocals next to the cash register? Real DIY hustle. But plot twist, that demo doesn't just sit on a shelf gathering dust. Nope. Somehow, by the grace of the hip-hop gods, it ends up playing at a bachelor party and Dr. Dre heard his track. Not long after, Nate Dogg made his big splash on Dre's debut solo album, and let's just say the vibe was immaculate. His deep, soulful voice over that smooth G-funk beat. And just like that, he was officially part of the Death Row family. Nate's vocals were basically the secret sauce on Snoop's first album too, especially on that iconic track, Ain't No Fun If the Homies Can't Have None.
When I met you last night, baby.
Then came the song, The One, that made radios everywhere explode. Regulate with Warren G.
My first performance was Regulate, 1994 Billboard Awards.
It was everywhere, a straight-up classic.
Flopping and yelling, it's a tad bit late. Nate Dogg and Warren G had to regulate.
That same era, Nate kept dropping vocals on deep, emotional tracks like How Long Will They Mourn Me? But of course, drama's never far in the music world. Just as he was moving on from Death Row, the label tried to sneak out his long-delayed double album without warning. Total chaos. Still, the album hit because Nate had that sound. He clapped back with a double disc drop Elsewhere and still gave us Nobody Does It Better.
Nobody does it better.
This man was the go-to hook guy. He sang on everything from Tupac to Eminem, Ludacris to Mos Def, even that unforgettable Area Codes.
Area code. Area code.
And who could forget when he hit #1 with 50 Cent's 21 Questions?
Girl, it's easy to love me now.
He even popped up on The Weakest Link in a celeb edition. He made it to the final 3 before Exhibit and Young MC gave him the boot.
Yeah, he tried to hug me goodbye, but after you turn on a person, it's kind of hard, to be hugging on them. It's a thin line between love and hate. Maybe we'll get a hug tomorrow at the studio. Right now, no hugging. I'm mad.
Brutal, but iconic. But while Nate was out here blessing every hook, behind the scenes, his legal history was almost as stacked as his feature credits, because this one's got everything: robberies, tour buses, and even a car on fire. The man had more courtroom cameos than some TV lawyers, so buckle up. So let's rewind to the early 90s. In 1991, Nate found himself in hot water over a robbery at a check changer shop. And then again in 1994, this time linked to a Taco Bell holdup in San Pedro.
Everybody was gangster out of the crew. Me and Nate was just the robbers of the crew.
But in both cases, he got off the hook, acquitted and walking away without a conviction.
Nate Dogg had 5 Taco Bell robberies on camera.
2 years later, things got even messier. Nate was convicted of a drug offense in Los Angeles County, but the real drama came in mid-2000. Nate allegedly assaulted his ex-girlfriend and set her mother's car ablaze in Lakewood. He was slapped with serious charges: kidnapping, domestic violence, criminal threats, and arson. It was a full-blown courtroom saga. And just when it couldn't get more Hollywood, Dr. Dre stepped in and posted a $1 million bond to bail him out. Eventually, the heavy charges were dropped, and Nate ended up pleading no contest to being a felon in possession of a gun. He got hit with a $1,000 fine and 3 years probation. Fast forward to April 2002, Nate was traveling through Kingman, Arizona on a tour bus when police found not 1, but 2 pistols and 4 ounces of weed. He was booked, bailed out on $3,500, and the weapon charges were later dropped in exchange for a guilty plea on a drug offense. That earned him probation, some community service, and court-ordered drug counseling. Then came 2006, and the plot thickened. Nate got hit with a laundry list of charges: aggravated trespassing, battery, phone harassment, and even dissuading a witness. Yikes! He had violated a restraining order too. 2 years later, he pled guilty to trespassing and battery, got another 3 years probation, was banned from owning a firearm for 10 years, and had to complete a domestic violence intervention program. At this point, the man probably knew the court system better than most lawyers. Later that year, Nate allegedly went full thriller movie mode, sending threatening emails to his estranged wife and reportedly chasing her down the I-405 freeway. That led to 2 felony charges for criminal threats and 1 for stalking. He pled no guilty, but by April 2009, the case fizzled out. The alleged victim never followed up with prosecutors, so the charges were dropped. Just when things seemed to be settling down, life threw Nate a serious curveball. On December 19, 2007, he suffered a stroke. Scary stuff. He spent a week recovering at Pomona Valley Hospital Medical Center before moving into a rehab facility. The stroke weakened the entire left side of his body, but, plot twist, his voice and mind were totally untouched. But then, less than a year later, on September 12, 2008, he suffered another stroke, 2 in under a year. Devastating.
Trip, man. You know, he was getting better after the first one. And then the second one, boom, just hit it.
On March 15th, 2011, Nate Dogg passed away at just 41 years old in Long Beach. The official cause was complications from multiple strokes, but there was also talk of congestive heart failure playing a part. He was laid to rest at Forest Lawn Memorial Park in Long Beach.
It was a great funeral, you know. Everybody that came out and sung, man, that was good looking.
Before Nate Dogg left us, he made sure the legacy didn't stop with him. He had kids. His son Nigel was all set to be a football star at the University of Washington, but then flipped the script and became a rapper named NN Nate. Meanwhile, Nathaniel Jr. came through with major swagger and dropped an album as Lil Nate Dogg. Nate Dogg didn't just bless us with hooks and hits, and despite the headlines, it wasn't always about courtroom chaos and tabloid drama. Nate Dogg had a softer, low-key side, and it showed in the way he gave back. He quietly supported youth programs and community projects in Long Beach, never making a big deal about it. And when he passed away in 2011, his cousin Snoop Dogg launched the Nate Dogg Memorial Trust to support Nate's family, covering funeral costs and securing their future. Fans could even snag exclusive merch, with 100% of the proceeds going straight to the fam. No shady cat, just pure legacy love.
You know, the tributes that we do for him every night, we got a trust fund that we put together for him.
So yeah, Nate wasn't just the king of hooks. He had heart too.
I got love for
His net worth at the time of his death was only around $500,000. Yep, you heard that right. $500,000 for the voice behind some of hip-hop's biggest bangers? Shocking, right? At the end of the day, Nate Dogg may have been low on paper, but rich in legacy. Just goes to show, even with fame and iconic status, the money doesn't always follow.